Hello everybody, welcome to my channel and thank you for joining. Now in today's episode we're going to do some crazy things, okay, and actually believe it or not, I'm happy to do the crazy things. Now as you know, I don't play Supercoach to finish top 100 or to finish top 1000 or whatever. I play to win, okay? So when you play to win, you need to take some risks and do some things that are not very orthodox. And I'm about to show you something that I'm going to do which is really crazy, okay? I don't recommend anyone ever try this at home, okay? It's just for the crazy people. Just come it down. Okay, let's start. Now, I'm going to go to Freo and Lions game again. This game has been bugging me all week. Something not right, okay? It was bugging me so much. I had to put a lot of thought into this. Now, I want to go to Hayden Young again, okay? 95 Dream Team points, fantasy points, 95 of them, okay? So that's a good, it's not bad, okay? But 70 Supercoach points, that doesn't worry me now, okay? What does worry me is this part here. I want to go further down. He got 10 tackles, and that's good. Okay, so we're happy with the 10 tackles. What worries me is this part here. 6 contested possessions. I'm not even worried about the 11 clangers now, okay? The part that worries me the most is the 6 contested possessions. Have a look at, where is it? There it is there. Caleb Sarong, 21 contested possessions. Brayshaw had 11. Fife had 13. Young had 6. Okay, there's something wrong here. The contested possessions for Supercoach is huge. Okay, we need these. I mean, you look at Dunkley, had 9. You look at pretty much the midfielders need to have contested possessions. Actually, they didn't have much at the Lions, but anyway. So my point is, when I watched Young play, okay, and I was watching him really close because. Obviously, I'm trying to get his points, so I can't wait till he gets a touch so I can get some points. But when I watched him play, it looked like he was the third man in the midfield. You had the Ruckman hitting the ball to Fife, or to Sarong, and Young was just outside waiting to get the handball received. So it looks like they used Young as an outside mid, the one that was going to kick the ball. Okay, to the forward line. That looked like the plan. And it's all good if that plan works, which it did, okay? But the problem is, I want Young to go in there and get the ball, like he did last year, towards the back end of the season. Because last year, in the back end, there was no Fife. So it was Young doing this work. Now they got Fife. So it's Fife and Sarong doing all the grunt work, whilst Young is on the outside, not the inside. Young's on the outside tackling the players, okay? If you notice the tackles, Young's got 10, Fife's got 7, and Sarong's got 7. So yeah, Young is more or less tackling and doing the grunt work on the outside, whereas on the inside, it's Fife and Sarong. Now, I want an inside mid, not an outside mid, okay? So for me now, Young, he's good, okay? But for me, it's not good, okay? Because I want... Actually, let me show you something. What I want to show you is that in my team, all right, have a look at this team. We've got the bye rounds now. How many players in my team can go at 130 plus, all right? Because in the bye rounds, 100s are not enough. You need the big boys. You need the 130 plus boys. How many do I have? Let's count them. I've got Dacos and Sheasel. That's 2, okay? I'm not going to count Young or Yo, so we've still got 2. We've got Bont, Green, and Rowell, okay? So we've got 2 plus 3 more. So that's 5. We got Gorn. That's 6. And we've got Heaney. That's 7. So I've got 7 big boys in my team of 18 that I'm going to be using. Now, 7 is not enough for me, okay? I need more than 7. I need half my team to be big boys. So I need 9 big boys. Now, how am I going to get 9? You may ask that question. Well, I've been asking that question to just come it down. How am I going to get 9? I worked it out. Now, Young, I don't want him no more. Okay, I've had enough. Actually, let's put him back for a second. I just want to show you something with Young. Young is owned, where's the percentage here? 42% of teams have Young. That's 68,000 teams have Young. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, with 68,294 it says, but it's actually going to be 68,923 now because one of them is going to be missing. That's me. Just coming down. So Young's gone. All right. To replace Young, all right, I'm going to go Luke Ryan. Now, Luke Ryan is owned by 3% of teams, 5,016. Now, if you're going to win Supercoach, you need the big boys, the firepower, okay? And Luke Ryan offers me that firepower that I need in the bye rounds. So now I've got 8 players that can give me those big scores. Let's get back. Let me show you something about Luke Ryan now. Now, this is the lineup, Fremantle versus Brisbane Lions. Luke Ryan is named at half-back. Now, that's a half-back, yeah. That means nothing, right? Because team sheets, we don't even look at these things anymore. But last week, for some reason, everyone that was named where they were going to play actually played there. I mean, not that it mattered, all right? So we didn't really worry about where Luke Ryan was named. But what was important was Alex Pearce at fullback and Ethan Hughes at centre-halfback, okay? These two are the keys to Ryan. You got two players holding up key positions, which allows Luke Ryan now to run loose. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, right? So I did more digging in. Let me show you something. Now, this is round 17, 2020, last year, round 17. This is Luke Ryan's best game for the year, all right? And have a look where he is. Centre-half back, that's his position. Last year, he was mainly used as a centre-half back, pretty much for the whole year. And at centre-half back, it's a good position for him. He takes his kick-ins, he does everything, okay? But he doesn't run loose. He did it a few times, but it's not very often, all right? Because he's got to play centre-half back, he's a defender. But when I go to him in round 1, look at round 1. That's not it. Okay, that's not round 1. That's Hayden Young. Okay, 1 second. That's Hayden Young's map anyway. When I go to, where is it? Here it is. Luke Ryan, round 1. Now, spot the difference between this one, all right, that's centre halfback, and this one, that's halfback. Now, Luke Ryan here is everywhere, running around halfback, taking intercept marks, taking the short kicks, running around. You can see he's doing everything. And if you go to the stats of Luke Ryan, close this off. Why do all these ads pop up? Luke Ryan, where is it? He took 10 marks, 24 kicks, and 9 handballs. That's 33 possessions for Luke Ryan off half-back. Now, 33 possessions. Now, have a look at Hayden Young, 24. Luke Ryan's actually had more possessions than a midfielder, except he didn't beat Sarong. But 33 possessions, going at 87% is huge. Digging further on Luke Ryan, let me show you something. Now, the Lions scored 10 behinds. 80% of them were kicked out by Luke Ryan. He played on 7 times. Only Jordan Clark took 2 of them. And that's because probably Ryan was on the bench at the time. Otherwise, he would have taken all of them. Now, they only kicked 10 behinds. Imagine if they kicked 15 behinds. That's an extra 20 points for Luke Ryan. He's actually got more scoring potential than what he scored there. So, and what did he score? Let's have a look. Let's go back to this heat map. Actually, let's get back over here. What did Luke Ryan score? He scored 165 Supercoach points. If he had four more kick-ins or 5 more kick-ins, that's an extra 20 points. He could have gone 185. Luke Ryan is priced at 610k. He's going to be unattainable. So is Sarong. Luke Ryan is virtually another Sicily now, but on steroids. He's like Sicily on steroids, and only 3% own him. So, what we're going to do, all right, let's go back to our team. All right, what we're going to do, we got Young to Ryan, okay? I got no hesitation in this move. Okay, now no one trades out a primo in round one. They had one look at it and I trade him out. I'm going to do it. Okay, now Nick Martin, he's going to score well against his next game. All right, because there's no Redmond. Nick Martin might even go 120. Okay, that's no problem. I'm not picking Nick Martin for next week. I want Nick Martin for 22 weeks. What can he do in 22 weeks is what I want to know. Nobody can do next week. Okay, so I'm backing in that Nick Martin in 22 weeks will not outscore Sarong. So I'm picking Sarong there. Or I'm not worried about Nick Martin, what he's going to do next week. Okay, it's over 22 weeks that counts. So, and I want Sarong now, while he's attainable, before he reaches 700k. So I want to get Luke Ryan and Sarong before they hit 700k, because they're going to go there. The magic number is extremely high right now. So high scores take you like your price increases dramatically. Now, I've done this. I'm minus 214k, which means now we're going to get rid of Fisher anyway. Now the player, I only got 164k left. Now I really wanted Billings, but we're going to pass up. We're going to pass on Billings now. We can't afford him. All right. So players that I can afford is actually Tom Berry. All right. Actually, I wanted him as well, but I couldn't get him. Now I can. So we've got $700 left. All right. If we complete the trades. So we've got Young out, Martin out, and Fisher out. Okay. I'm just not happy with Young's role. I didn't like the contested possession count. Only 6. It's way too low. All right. So that's 3 outs, and I got 2 big boys in, and I got a big cash cow in. Okay. So that's the deal this week. That's my trades, and I don't think I'm going to change this. So let's confirm that. All right. So that's confirmed. So now, what does that do to my team? All right. Let's have a look. Mind you, Tom Berry, I don't think he's going to average much. All right. So I'm not picking him because he's going to be a keeper or he's going to average much. I'm only picking him because his break-even is minus 75. So if he scores a 50 this week, let's go down here. If he scores a 52, he makes 60k. All right, now that's perfect, because what happens then, his price goes to 230k, and I'll switch him over to Billings that I wanted. All right, so I'm going to bring him for 1 week. That's crazy, I know, just come down. But that's what's going to happen. Now, unless he goes nuts, unless I like him, all right, I'll keep him longer. But I just want him for 1 week, because I just want these two in. I want Ryan and Sarong, and Berry's my only key to them. Now, let's count the big boys. How many big boys do we have now? They can go 130 plus. Let's count them. We've got Dacos, Ryan, and Shizu. Okay, that's 3. And I think these 3 will finish top 3 end of the year. Okay, alongside probably Houston and probably 2 others, which we're going to find out soon. So these 3 are my big boys. Then I've got 4 big boys in the midfield now. I've got Bonds, Sarong, Green, and Rowell. And these 4 are very close to being top 4 as well. Okay, so now I've got the top 3 and the top 4. So I've got 7. I've got the best ruckman, Gorn, so that's 8. And I've got the best forward in Heaney, that's 9. So now I have 9 players that are all captain material. They can all go 130 plus any given day, okay? As you can see, they've already done it, so they can do it on any given day. 9 players in the bye rounds that can go 130 plus is massive. Okay, it's huge. Unfortunately, in round 3, I'm going to lose 2 of them. All right, I'm only going to have 7 again. But not many people have 9. Most people will have 7 anyway. So I'll be with the pack in round 3. But this week, in round 2, I think I have a big advantage with the 9 players that can go big. Now, I put up a tweet earlier today, or earlier tonight, last night, just coming out, it was last night. Anyway, I put up a tweet. Actually, where's the tweet? Here it is, here. The tweet is, I just showed the heat map, okay, and I was saying this is Luke Ryan's heat map from what I'm seeing, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's a role change, okay, so I'm actually hunting for the Freo supporters here, okay, and I'm sort of fishing, all right, and Freo Girl, who's a lovely lady, okay, and she's obviously, Freo Girl means she's a Freo supporter, okay, that makes sense, right? Now, here's what she told me. She said, Pierce, fullback, with Aish and Clark both having new back pocket roles. Now, she follows Freo like you follow your team, okay? So she knows her stuff. And halfback, Ryan and Hughes. And McDonald's, well, the rest doesn't matter, okay? But also, she mentions here, here it is here, match on the weekend, and Freo announced he's available to play and watch out for Hugh Davies, I never heard of him, and Josh Draper, two 200k defender rookies nearing debuts after big pre-season. So we've got two players to come in into the players that are missing. So which means that Ryan is not going to lose his role. He's going to keep that role, okay, which is what I was scared of. And it looks like Young's not going to lose his role, which I don't care, because I want him to have that role. Just come it down. Now, we'll get the calculator out, okay? Now, we don't have much money. I only got $700. Okay, we're very poor, okay? Now, so what that means is we don't worry about how much money we got, right? We just got to worry about our targets. Who are we targeting next week? Well, we've got 224k on Massimo. So we want Massimo, right? So that's plus. What else do we want? We want 5. It's about 285k, right? And we're going to check out Billings, okay? It's either going to be Billings or McKercher, all right? It can't be anyone else. And if I don't get Billings, I'll get McKercher. But let's just aim for Billings, all right? Actually, let's just aim for McKercher, all right? So McKercher, he's roughly about 208, I think, off memory. So that equals, I need 720k, all right? So I need 720k. Now, how much money do I have? Well, if it's going to be Ollie Wines we're going to trade out, we've got 463k, all right, plus. If it's going to be Gibcus we're going to trade out, that's 150 plus, okay, and pretty much I can even do Clark. If I do Clark, 123, that's just 720k. So I've got the funds, okay, so I can get my free plays that I want next week. If I don't want McKercher, all right, but I want Billings, then I'll go via Berry and get Billings, because Berry will have enough money, because he'll have 60k added to his price. So he'll be 223k. So I can do it via Berry. So it's either McKercher for Clark or Billings for Berry next week. That's the plan. So for me this year, it's guns and rookies that are going to tackle the bye rounds. And the guns you have got to be like really guns. And once you got the guns firing, it's huge. Because, for example, if let's say Ryan scores a 150 or a 140 even, let's say 140, he's making up for two rookies scoring 60s. Okay, he's actually going to score more than two rookies. That's how important these big guns are in your team. So I'm going all guns blazing right now. I've got all the firepower. I've got all the bullets out. Got all the weapons. Just coming down. We're going to go with weapons this year. And I recommend getting your rookies sorted, all right? But also getting your guns sorted. You need the guns and the rookies. Now, the rookies, okay, are like the sardines, all right? If we're going out in the sea, these are like sardines. Whereas these are like the sharks. So you've got sharks and sardines, all right? You need to have a lot of sharks to tackle the bye rounds, but you need these sardines, lots of them, to make you the cash to get these big guns. But without the big guns, it's not going to work for you in the bye rounds, because if you've got players scoring 100 or 90s or 80s, it's not enough. You need the 130s. The only problem is we need them all to fire up. Okay, that's the only problem. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope it's not too crazy what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go full-out attack, okay? That's the plan. It's a marathon, not a sprint, I understand, but I'm not sprinting. I'm just building my team, okay? I still got the sardines in there, so I'm not sprinting yet, but I'm building a strong team. That's the idea. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining. And remember one thing, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.